Guten Tag, travelers. This week on Red Bennett Plays, we'll be going to Earth for the Devil's Lair strike. Now this week we only have Arc Burn and no Juggler, so we can do that ammo regeneration trick without either the Invective Shotgun or Icebreaker.
The Fallen.
For just straight boss intel, fast forward to minute marker 7. An easy trap to fall into with this mission is because it's only level 8 when you do it normally. People tend to try to Lancelot it, so just go in and melee everything until it's dead. That's not going to work this time, because everything is level 30. The arc damage in this level is going to pose a pretty huge problem, since all of the Fallen that we're going to be fighting use arc. So we've got Shanks, Dregs, Vandals, some Vandal Captains. Everybody's using arc. And here we have some Hive and Fallen in a turf war over a junkyard. I say, if they want old car parts and scrap metal that badly, we just let them have it. Light switch is activated also, but there are only about 10 thralls in the whole map, so we're not going to need to worry about that one very much. So once we enter the darkness zone, we're going to come through this hallway and find a room with some Fallen fighting Hive. Now we don't know what they're fighting about, but let's just assume that they're fighting over who shot first, Han or Greedo. Everybody knows it's Han. This Nightfall mission marks the first time I did a Nightfall solo with all 3 of my characters, so small round of applause for me. Now when I come to this room, there's more Hive fighting Fallen. Now you can just let them go at it, and what they'll get down to is there will just be Hive left. So there will be a Wizard, a Knight, and maybe a couple of Acolytes if you just let them fight each other. If you do choose to just let them duke it out, it can take between 3 and 8 minutes, because they suck. Old Russia certainly is a mess in this game. No one ever gains ground, no one ever loses ground, no one has territory. It's just Hive and Fallen, and once in a while a Guardian will show up and kill everything. But then as soon as the Guardian leaves, the Hive and the Fallen just pop right back out of the ground and start fighting again. If you're a Fallen and you get assigned Old Russia on Earth, that must be just like a death sentence. Like, they just send everybody there that they just don't like. Because do any of them make it back? Or is the Fallen homeworld just a massive population of widows and orphans? These are the types of things that I think about while I play this game.
Great. The way out of here is sealed.
So once we deploy Ghost, he's going to tell us how difficult it is to be a paper fortune teller made by a grade schooler.
Pretty complex. I'll need time.
So they come through that door, Reaver Captain, and some Dregs. This is a pretty nice little spot right here, just down by the Hive tunnels. There's no spawn point behind us, so we don't have to worry about anything coming up behind us. Now watch out for snipers on that ledge in the center of the map, because they're going to pose the biggest problem for us. Nothing else can really hit us when we're all the way back here. Occasionally a grenade will land nearby, but for the most part we're pretty safe. When Ghost says that both Fallen and Hive are coming, fall back farther to this tanker. And if you choose to, you can just let the Fallen kill all the Hive. Okay, so now that everything is dead, I'm gonna move on through the laser grid that's now deactivated. There are just a few enemies in here playing jacks or some shit. Well, not on my watch. We got standing water, boxes of old Christmas trees. It probably smells like a basement in here. Alright, so now we're fighting the walker. Now there is a point far up on the right-hand side, there's a hallway that we can go in. But since I'm doing this by myself and don't want to die,
Lair is up ahead,
I'm going to be going here instead.
Ship.
So it's just the lower of the two buildings, and there's
all of
just
those devils.
an air conditioner on it that I'm just going to hang out behind. For the most part, we are outside of the walker's weapon range, so it's not going to be launching cannonballs at us. Though if you do see that red line of sight marker, get the hell out of there. After you kill it, move up nice and slow and pick off the fallen as you see them. Okay, once that's dead, we're going to be going past some 70s era computers. What is this, the warehouse of Kair Banorg?
So
All these bones, you'd think there was a rabbit living in here. So once we go through this door, there are going to be a number of fallen, red health bar fallen. And we need to kill all of them before the shield around the giant servitor will dissipate. And we just hang out in here. It's just this office area with the windows smashed out that we can shoot through. There is a staircase in the back, but no one will use it for some reason. Fallen will spawn on the ground floor, but they won't actually come up to attack you from behind. So you just have to watch out for grenades that the dregs throw through. What else I noticed is that there's nothing above this enemy. Almost like if a large metal object were dropped from a high altitude, it would have no difficulty hitting it. Arc damage machine gun. Definitely try to keep your distance from this massive servitor because it has a shockwave attack that will kill you in 1 minute. Based on the damage that you do to the boss, enemies will spawn in waves, but each wave has a fixed number, so if you feel yourself getting overwhelmed, just take a minute, hang out in here, let your health go back up, and just try to pick them off one at a time. Fast forward a little bit, and because the servitor teleports all around the map for the duration of the boss battle, you will have plenty of opportunity to shoot it from that back office. So you don't even ever really need to leave it.
Well done.
And that's it for this week. It was a nice easy one, once you learn the tricks.
With its destruction,
So I hope everyone enjoyed it. I'll be back again next week, and if you want unrestricted use of exotic equipment in PvE, definitely tweet at Bungie, #ExoticPVE.